My name is Jessica Worley, and we're going to start here the first lesson of Beginner's Photoshop series, aka Photoshop for Dummies. Today's lesson is removing backgrounds from pictures. Really quickly, this is our website, photoshophelps.blogspot.com. We got a lot of great resources, tutorials, a lot of great places to get ideas, get different brushes for your Photoshop. Alright, weapon of choice today is Adobe Photoshop CS, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. There's a couple of different methods you can use to remove backgrounds. In this case, we've got a picture of a person with just a plain gray background, and it's really simple just to remove a plain gray or white or one color background. So we'll start here by duplicating the layer, and we'll make the background copy invisible. What we're going to do is go over here to our background eraser tool. You can adjust the tolerance. Right now it's set at 25. Just to show you, I will move it up to 78 or so. You can see if you click, it's not just going to erase the gray, it's also going to erase the person at that tolerance. So we'll move it back down to about 25, 26. You can adjust the size of your circle. There's a little cross in the middle of that circle, and whatever color that cross is touching at this tolerance level is what it's going to erase. That went ahead and erased some of his hair, so we'll take it down just a little lower. Okay, and you can see wherever the cross touches, it's going to erase that color. It erased a little bit of his hair. You can go ahead and mess around with the tolerance level until you get it to look how you want. Now at this point we can go ahead and take another picture, like a swimming pool, since this guy's got no shirt on. Just go ahead and make it look like he's at a swimming pool. We will adjust this using the Control T, which is the free transform, and using Shift to keep the picture proportional. Okay, the picture's a little bit blurry. You can find a better quality picture. As you can see, we just erased the gray background so that we could put him in a different scene, or maybe use his picture some other way. Alright, next we will use this picture just to show you another method. As you can see, the background is not all one color, so the background eraser tool will not work. It's just going to select, little pieces of the background at a time. So what we want to do here is, again, duplicate the layer and turn off the background copy. And the easiest method I've found to do this is to come up and get your paintbrush tool. Make sure that you're just on a solid round brush of some size. You can adjust the size later on. Come down here to the quick mask tool and select it. And what's going to happen is you can adjust the size using the hotkeys. Wherever you select is going to turn kind of a see-through red. And what this does is when you come back here and select this other icon, take the quick mask off, you can see it's selected. And it's kind of weird. It doesn't select where you turned red, it selects the opposite. So if I were to hit delete right now, it would delete everywhere that wasn't red. Just go ahead and undo that and go back to the layer mask. And so what we want to do is select our person here. And the neat thing is, people have pretty much everything is round on a person, so you can use this round brush to select just about everything, and you can adjust the size and go ahead and zoom in where you need to get the small features. It's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't have to be, especially if you're going to shrink the person to fit onto a smaller picture. It works really well if you get high quality pictures of a large size to begin with. So really quickly, I'm just going to go through here and do this, and it doesn't take much time. It's going to turn out a lot better when you do it, just because you're probably going to be taking more time to get the picture to look the way that you want it to. And as with everything else, it takes practice. It's probably not going to turn out perfect the first time that you do it. Now you're not going to be able to get all the little strands of hair with this method, but you don't have to. I'll show you in a minute how you can get the rest of the little strands of hair. For the big areas, you just want to, go ahead and select a bigger brush. It saves time. Just want to make sure to get to the edges of the person. And like I said, so far, as you can see, we've just been using round brushes. There's no need for square brushes or anything. If you're gonna be using a picture where you want to select something like a square object, you'll need a different method, which I can show you in a minute also. Okay. So, as you can see, we've selected everything around the person. Oops, we missed a spot down there. I'll just go ahead and take care of that really quick. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. If you hit delete, it will delete everything around him. If you want to go back and get some of those little strands of hair, what you'll want to do is come up and get this straight line select tool. And we are on the add to selection. Oops. Let's go get the minus from selection tool. And you can just, because his hair has got some straight edges to it, we can just go through here, and if you really want the fine little hairs, you can take the time to go through and do this. You're not going to get the really fine hairs with this method. And you can get round edges with this tool too. You just have to do a lot more clicking to get it. Okay. So we'll zoom out here. So we've got our person, and you can either go ahead and delete the background, or you can come up here and go to select inverse, and it will now select the person, and you can delete him maybe if you just wanted the background, or you can hit Control C and copy him. Maybe you wanted to paste him again, and it works the same way. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll come get this picture now that we've copied him, and we'll paste him in, and we'll use the Control T, which is the free transform, and hold shift while you're moving him down to keep him proportional. Move him over here since he's got a flat edge. You'll need to mess around with the colors when you're putting a person on a background to make it look like the person isn't like really light and the background's really dark. We will cover that in another tutorial though. So those are two really simple methods for removing two different kinds of backgrounds. Another method that you can use is this straight line tool. Say we had a square object here, or maybe you just want to select his necklace. You just go through here and click, and even though the necklace is kind of rounded because it's going around his neck, you can still get it. like I said, it just takes a lot more clicking, and you'll need to zoom in if you have to. So now, we want to delete his necklace for whatever reason. You can do that. Okay, and this was episode 1, how to remove backgrounds from pictures. There's a lot of things you can do with this. 2 very simple methods. Make sure to visit our website, photoshophelps.blogspot.com. Thank you.